Hey guys, hello everyone, and welcome back to Tips and Strategies to Study Abroad. I'm Fazai Namdar, a student, blogger, YouTuber, and a certified NLP practitioner. And in this series, I share with you some of the tips and strategies for studying abroad from my own experience and my own journey. In our previous video, that is our second video, we talked about how to make use of external resources. So if you have missed that, make sure you go back and check that video out. And in case you have any doubts or queries, make sure you put them down in the comments section with hashtag #myquestion. That being said, let's move on to our today's video, that is our third video, in which we are going to discuss how to make use of the websites of the universities. From our first video, you all already know your subject of choice. So what you have to do now is go on every website of all the universities from your raw list and the university list given to you by the guidance counselor. Check out for the courses of your subject that are available. Every university has this section where you can check courses for both undergraduate and graduate level. Make sure you check this on each website and compare the course modules that the universities offer, because usually there are slight differences in degrees like BSc, MSc or BA, MA, especially when it comes to humanities subjects. Then there are double degrees, major, minor, honors, etc. So make sure you look out for the differences. Make sure you check out the subject combinations that each university has to offer. Every university has some or the other specialty. They are known for some or the other department. So for example, University College London is known for its Department of Psychology and Language, while Sion SPO or London School of Economics are known to be completely dedicated to humanities. There are certain other universities known for business studies or for pure sciences. So make sure that you make appropriate comparisons among the websites, the courses and the course modules. Also, preferably maintain a small diary or a notebook where you can constantly keep noting down all your findings so that you can refer to them later whenever needed. Now that you have gone through the courses and the course modules, the next step is to look into the eligibility criteria. In eligibility criteria, there are two major things. One is the general eligibility and then there is the subject-specific eligibility. In general eligibility comes your age, your previous year's score and your language eligibility. If you're going to an English-speaking country, you might have to take one or the other prescribed English language tests which the universities accept. And in case you plan to go to European countries, please do make sure that you check the language in which the universities teach and accordingly the language eligibility criteria. Moving on to subject-specific eligibility. Subject-specific eligibility applies to usually pure sciences when the universities require you to have studied certain subjects at a previous level. Now the third major thing comes in when you're applying as an international student. So in this case, you need to look for country-specific eligibility also. For example, I am an Indian student applying as an international student. So I need to look in for the eligibility as per my board and the percentage according to the board. This might sometimes also bring in changes in your language eligibility. So make sure you take notes about all these three things: the general eligibility, subject-wise eligibility and country-specific eligibility, so that you can refer to them anytime as you want. Moving on to the next important aspect, that is the financial aspect. Remember, you may want to consult your parents when it comes to the money part of it. But initially, you can just go through the website of all universities and look into the tuition fees. Remember, the tuition fees differs for different types of courses. In case you go for a course of 1-year placement or a study abroad year, the fees might differ. So make sure you look in for the tuition fees of all the different types of courses. Also, go on Google or as well as on the website. Make sure you look on for the living cost. In this section, yes, of course, your guidance counselors will help you, and you can also get some information from the college fairs as well as, of course, various forums on Google. Next, you need to look up for scholarships. So every university has this student funding page on their website. Make sure you do your scholarship research well in advance, because the deadlines for scholarships are way earlier than those for the university applications. Also, make sure that you make use of all the external resources, talk to people, contact people, use your network and take help of your parents as well as your guidance counselors. You can look into various scholarships. There are n number of those for undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as PhD and fellowships levels. Also, again, make sure you keep a note of all these scholarships and the eligibility criteria for all these scholarships. The last and the most fun aspect of this researching and understanding the website is looking up the campus life and the student life. Usually these big universities have multiple campuses for different courses that they have to offer. So make sure you look up which campus holds classes for your courses. Another important thing and fun thing to do is look up videos on the website, on YouTube channel of the university, and videos made by students studying at the university or staying in the college hostel, so that you can understand what being a student is over there. Also, you can read through blogs, forums, online comparisons. You can watch videos, listen to podcasts if available, to understand what living in that particular city is like and what you will experience when you go to that city. At last, as I always say, all of this can be done very smoothly if you just dedicate 45 minutes to 1 hour daily. This entire journey becomes way more fun when you share it with your friends, family, sibling, parents, anyone who's close to you. You can also share all your findings down in the comments section. At the same time, keep researching, take this 1 week, look out for all the websites for all the universities, compare the courses, deadlines, and look for the fun also. At the same time, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that bell icon, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You can share all your findings in the comments section so that you can help out others too. And you can put all your doubts and queries in the comments with #myquestion, and I will answer those in the last question. For now, that's it. Bye bye. See you on next Sunday.